Claire Obscure Expedition 33 was my biggest surprise at Xbox's June showcase. A French RPG that mixed beautiful sound, graphics, and exciting gameplay had me hooked. Xbox was kind enough to invite us to check out a demo during Gamescom 2024, and I will say, if you were excited after June, your hype level should probably be raised to max after what I saw. So let's dive into this Expedition 33 preview. The game was running on a Lenovo Legion PC, full of RGB, as an impossibly handsome man took the controls as his colleague walked us through the demo. Created by a team of roughly 30 developers, Expedition 33 looked stunning in this early stage. The game started with two of the main characters, Gustave and Lune, as they searched for the former sister, Marley. The game takes place in a strange version of France, dominated by the Paintress. She uses her monolith of death to paint a number every year, ticking down as it erases all who share an age with it. Our demo focused on exploration and combat, with a few minor story spoilers that I'll just avoid in this preview. You will typically have between 2 and 4 party members at any given time, with a maximum of 3 shown off to us during this 30-minute long demo. Gustave uses a mix of guns and melee, Lune focuses on elemental casting, and Marley is the fencing master we all know and love from the game's premiere trailer. The enemies you face are called Nevrons and are creations of the Paintress meant to slow you down as your party works its way towards her. Our demoist came across multiple members of previous expeditions who had been killed and seemingly turned into stone. One of my favorite things from the June Showcase trailer was the music, and I'm happy to say that the incidental and combat music here in the demo is just as good as what we got back then. It keeps the same feel but removes most of the singing, replacing it with piano notes and strings to fade more gently into the background. It was matched by stellar voice acting and an intriguing premise, as everything seems interconnected within the Paintress's realm, including an area you can travel to which serves as your hub of sorts, manned by the Curator. He may lack a face, but he seemingly has a kind heart. You will use Expedition Flag rest points, which allow you to recover HP, set skills, and use attribute points. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is stunning to look at. While not in combat, you'll move around the environment in third person, marveling at the Unreal Engine 5 world full of impossible sights and incredible art design. There's a scale and scope here that a team of this size almost shouldn't be able to pull off, with enormous worm creatures flying through the sky as you're seemingly underwater but also breathing like normal. It's a surrealist dream and nightmare at once, with a large boss creature being a beautiful and terrifying flower that Marley seemed to have a connection with. Combat itself is active, despite being turn-based, as you can dodge every attack, though you are better off mastering the game's parrying mechanic, as our very talented player showed off by only failing one time across multiple fights to counter every single move. If you parry every part of an enemy's attack, you'll get a massively damaging counterattack that helps cut short any encounter. When you're on the offensive, you'll have a timing QTE to do extra damage. You're always able to do something, instead of just watching turns be taken, and I far prefer it over systems like the excellent Baldur's Gate 3, where you can spend up to a minute or two just watching the enemy kick your butt during some fights. Some attacks also flash yellow just before the enemy strikes, indicating that you'll need to jump instead of dodging or parrying. We finished up the demo with a short Q&A segment. There will be 7 different types of elements in the game, with enemies being weak or resilient against certain ones. The gear, leveling, and skill systems looked just deep enough to offer up the customization you'd want without feeling overwhelming or confusing at first. Expedition 33 will be hitting Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and is a Day 1 Game Pass launch at some point in 2025. If this 30-minute look I got indicates the game's overall quality, then we are in for something special once it does.